So I'm doing this. Yay. I've been up since 7 a.m. in and out of sleep. I do not like it, says Sabaya. Just kill me. Hello, hello. Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. Everyone's been having a good couple of years away from me so far. So as you can see, I'm just waking up. I feel like crap. I feel meh and sleh. But that's just me in general. Why am I back to this again? Why? Well, I've just been kind of curious with my brain to see how I can do, and kind of being off and on again, as you saw with my special entries for the vlogs, of just venting out little bits here and there and everywhere, which is nice. I was kind of curious to see as to going forward, just for this month only, just doing and picking up vlogging again. And I got the idea from that from rewatching old Tom Scott videos of last week and last month, and then the recent last month that came out. So I've been genuinely curious just to dabble back into that. So once again, thank you, Tom Scott, for the inspiration for this one. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to do every single day of this month because that's going to kill me, and it's not going to be like a video a day uploaded sort of situation. This is going to be one huge ass video for the entire month of May, just seeing where it goes. And I will be dating as well on, what day it is and such, so at least you guys know where I am and such. It's been a while since I've done vlogging. Oh, I'm knackered. To this extent, I have not done vlogging to this extent for a while. So let's see how it goes, and let's show what's been happening the last time I did a full vlogging experience here on YouTube. So one of the many changes that we've had in the last, I think, 2 years odd since doing a daily vlog like this is basically, well, I opened up a PO box for my family, because the amount of times in which we have had incidences with our parcels and our packages and our mail being, well, stolen from our front doorstep at the apartment, it just came to it. And especially with the holidays around the corner, I thought, fuck it, I'm opening up a PO box. So I'm on my way to the post office now. I'm picking up a parcel from which I ordered from Amazon, and most probably I'll get something to eat and go from there. And it is quite fucking cold. Why am I cold? I would have loved to have spent majority of today talking more, but instead I spent most of it after I got home from the post office, just either curled up on the sofa or curled up in bed with a bit of a cluster headache, which I bloody love when it comes to my weekends. And I love that it gets to the back of my eye and to the side of my temple, but I get such terrible pains that I have to just curl up into the dark and coil and try and get rid of this pain, because it's a pain in the ass. I hate it. But most probably it's going to be a day of just watching or playing more of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I have to say is very good. But yeah, so many things to talk about as well, and so much for this month as well. Oh, and also as well, it was beforehand that I talked to both my flatmate Bruno and my husband Chris. What are their thoughts? If they were to appear on this vlog for this month, see how they feel. In which they both declined. So I'm going to respect their privacy. They don't want to be filmed as much on video and such. So I'm happy for that as well. I'm happy to, basically giving them privacy. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah. You got me for a month. Well, majority of months. Yeah. I gotta keep looking at the cameras there, not there. I was still tired. I just... And like, even though I have like 2 days off from work and I get somewhat some sleep, I still feel like crap for my Monday. Which I know it's Tuesday. I know, definitely, you know, I should have started off with, and the month begins. It tends to do with the Monday, but no, Tom Scott's already got that one. I keep talking about him. But nope, my new shift, if you saw from August last year, is that I work Tuesday through Saturday, and then I have Sunday, Monday off. But today is Tuesday, it is my Monday. I'm heading into work for the next 9 hours, where I'm going to be attempting to see if I can put up a bloody flagpole. I don't know where I'm going to stick it, although I have some ideas. The problem is just trying to find the right place to put it. Just the problem is that I have 2 ideas, and I need to find one in which can help tell customers, hey, we are open for business, you know, come on in. Then be the type again that customers bitch and complain saying, oh, I didn't know that you were open, there's no cars in the parking lot, but my open lights are on. So it's either going to be on the store wall out front, which is going to be somewhat a distance away from the road itself that I work on, or it's going to be on the lamppost that's quite nearer to the road. But the problem is I don't know if it may or may not snag and, you know, blow up in my face. Just, I haven't had coffee as well, so I definitely need coffee and to wake up first before I decide on anything fucking else. One of the many things that I somewhat miss in the UK is like Tesco's and Boots with their meal deals, because for like a drink, a pack of crisps, and maybe a sandwich, you can get all that for like £5, say. And some of them have some good meal deals, in which, don't get me wrong, that's one of the things I miss about Wales and about the UK. But here in the States, they don't actually have a meal deal plan. So for me, to pick up a bar of chocolate, a pack of Hot Pockets, and just, because I haven't had it in a while, a cheeky sandwich, all comes up to $10. 10 fucking bucks. Christ almighty. I know, there's a lot of things that have happened here in the last couple of years, but everything from like food prices, taxes and everything like that have gone up so much. It's ridiculous. I don't like that. And it's funny, well, a couple of years back, I turned into my nan, God rest her soul, when I was working at my old job. They put the price up on the milk, for a gallon of milk. And I went off on my boss. I generally went off on my boss, telling her, back in my day when I was younger, you can get a gallon of milk for £2.50. Now it's £5.40 odd. What the fuck is this world coming to? And yeah, they got to taste a bit of my Welsh side there, and just places are fucking weird, man. Yay. Fucking burns. Put that back where it was. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Yes, I'm coming along. I love how majority of this stuff has not been kind of prepared and such. I mean, I've got a chocolate bar up there to display, and this is too early for me for a fucking Monday. So my original plan to have the flagpole pinned up on the lamppost outside is a little bit of a botch, only because it's hard to just drill into that fucking thing. Oh, and as always, kids, don't do this shit at home. It's not worth it. Leave it to the professionals like me, who is not a professional, just a dumbass. But I've got the bracket outside my store here, so let's see if it works. I won't lie when I say that. Seeing that flying proudly outside the store that I work in now, getting some representative for Wales, I am. Now I'm homesick. Shit. Interesting thing as well with everything talking British related is I'm seeing a lot on TikTok and a lot on social media is talked about the upcoming coronation for King Charles, and something in which I find bewildering is that for his coronation, he wants the entire nation of the United Kingdom to stand up and pledge their allegiance and loyalty to the king. And it's quite weird, to say the least, because it's something in which I know for a fact I won't be doing. I will not be swearing my allegiance to the king. I'm not a royalist, you know, I'm not anything else. I'm curious about the monarchy once in a while, but nowadays it's kind of gone a little bit, oof. But at the same time, a lot of people saying, oh, I'm not going to watch the coronation, you know, it's this, yada, yada, yada. Fair enough. I mean, for me personally, I kind of want to watch the coronation. I want to watch it over here because at least then, you know, I can say I watched it, I was a part of something. But at the same time, it's like, people are right, you know, we don't really need a grand ass coronation where hundreds and millions of pounds in taxpaying money that people of the UK, it's going towards for the king's coronation is something that's like, there's so many things going on that do need financing, not only around the world, but in the UK. But king's coronation is not one of them. It really is not. And it's something in which I'm kind of a little bit disappointed at seeing happen. But at the same time, you know, I want to watch it because, quite frankly, you never know. This may be, for a good while, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for people in my generation to be able to watch it. So there are people who may have watched the late Queen's coronation back when she was coronated. This may be one more chance for us to see another kind of the monarch coronated as king or queen. But it's something for me for a while now. I can watch and say, hey, I was a part of watching the coronation of the king. And never know when that's going to happen again. But at the same time, yeah, a lot of it is like, do we really need to have hundreds of millions of pounds of taxpaying money put towards making a grand gesture for the king? It's weird. I'll watch it. Like I said, I will watch it just for the benefit of saying, hey, I was there to watch the coronation. It's a shame really as well that in the UK, I don't know if they're still doing it, but some places are going to close off their streets back home in their towns and cities so they can have a street party. Now, whether or not they're still going ahead with that, like back in my hometown, is going to be a bit of an interesting one. So I'm going to have to message to see what's going on there. And never know. Funny enough as well, tonight's dinner is going to be coronation chicken because it is the week of the coronation. Haha. Yeah. I think after 8 years living out in America, you know, some things you're like, haha, but then some things you're like, with your home country. Well, just in general, the United Kingdom. Wales in general is like, that's a different story because for us, for the longest while we had the Prince of Wales, and it's a title in which really doesn't mean anything. Just a title. I may need another cup of coffee. And it's only just gone past 12. Oh God, this is only my Monday. Dunkin's slogan is America runs on Dunkin's. And it's something to which I will say, in all honesty, it doesn't, not all America runs on fucking Dunkin's. And it shows today when, as I normally walk to work, I see the clusterfuck of parking and drive-through lines that distance themselves from the store itself to the road will cause road accidents. And it has happened in the past. And it has not been pretty. It kind of bothers me because it's like you're spending so much time and just impatience through a drive-through when places like that are going to be short-staffed, underworked, or overworked and such. And I can't even go in these days to grab myself a cup of coffee to bring with me to work or anything like that because the drive-through is just immense and the workers work more on the drive-through side than they would at the front of the store, and that kind of is a little disconcerting. It really is. So how to fix this solution? Well, there are a couple of options. I mean, first and foremost, next door to Dunkin's, there is a gas station. And what's in that gas station? Coffee. It may not be great coffee, but hey, it's coffee nonetheless, and maybe at the same time, get yourself a cheeky sandwich over there. You know, I would kill if they did proper bacon or sausage sandwiches on it. Oh, God. I do miss those. Get some HP sauce, just have some fun with that. Either that or local coffee shops. I know there's a few in town in which you can just basically walk in, grab yourself a cup of coffee, maybe get yourself a bagel, and then out the door you go. Or better yet, and this is a big better yet, with the money that you spend, America, in Dunkin's basically pounding away at their coffees again and again and again every single day, save up, get yourself a bloody travel mug, get yourself some ground coffee, preferably Dunkin' flavour if you want, because you want to be fancy, and just make it before you fuck off out of your house in the morning. Just do that. And yes, this is just rambling of a Welshman after being woken up very early. Well, when I say very early, and by me I mean all three of us in the household have been woken up very early by the neighbours downstairs, their dog just howling and barking away continuously, and the owner's doing fuck all. Yeah. We need to find a new place. We do. It's funny that my brain decides that I have to be up at 6 a.m. than my regular alarm at 7:10. So that was fun. Although at the same time, I did manage to watch a little bit of the live stream of the coronation that is going over in the UK. And funny enough, if I had woken up at the regular time, I would have missed it entirely, seeing the crown and everything. But it was just a nice moment just to see a bit of history being made with that coronation. I mean, maybe I'll see another one in my lifetime, I don't know. But it's nice to be a part of something that's happening right now. So that's a nice thing, I like that. I do like that genuinely. Also at the same time having the neighbours downstairs, dog barking and howling very early did not help play into this factor. It was just fucking I hate that. More reason to start filling out application forms for new places to live. Yay! Minutes early to opening the store, so nice little chill time. Oh, my drinks over here. But yeah, as I said, I think going back and talk about the accommodations and stuff we're living in, I believe as though that after just gone 5 years of living on where we are, I think it's time now that we bowed out and said, right, we're done with that place.
I know I've said this in the past, but the problem is that there are so many things that occur, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to find a new place, which sucks. One of them being is that in this neck of the woods, in this town, it's, oh, you're up there now, hi. But in this town, and people turn around and say, oh no, it's not a town, this is a city. Oneida is a city. It's like, no, it's not. I've lived in cities. This is a town. This isn't even a town, because Neath is a town. This is way small. But anyway, it's just put into play because a lot of places in this town are asking for like a 1-bedroom apartment. They're asking straight up $800-900, and that makes you think, like, in a small place like this where there's not a lot of business, not a lot of people are able to get funding so they can drive, that they have to work in the town, and a lot of places in which are either not hiring full-time, are paying minimum wage, and are not giving enough hours to their employees, which landlords are thinking now, oh yeah, they are definitely in the run-in to making $800-900 a month. I mean, to do that, you would have to give up majority of, gotta love the cars here, but you got to give up a lot of things. You basically have to live in a very strict limit of food and basically financing your food and cost of living. Because, oh God, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And that's like before they say, oh, that's without any gas, electric, or water and stuff. That's different. It's like, oh, come on, you're fucking kidding me. That's why I'm looking to put us into an apartment complex and applying to see what we get there. And the last time I did that, it was me and Chris. They basically denied our application because of our financing for a 1-bedroom apartment there. Our income for the maximum amount side was over by $200. And you think for a minute now, wait a minute, if we're over by $200 and, you know, we're over qualified for it, would you think that would mean that you are going to get your money in on time, you are going to get your rent and everything sorted in on time, then seeing people who procrastinate and dilly-dally? I don't know. It's weird. But I'm going to try and apply again because now there's 3 of us living in the house. I want to see about going for either 2 if we're lucky. 3 would be fantastic, you know, place apartment. Because at least then it's, you know, the master bedroom for me and Chris, the second bedroom then for our flatmate, and then the third one being for Chris for his workplace, for the office. But that's just like to hold us down for the time being until something happens. I think, honestly, one thing that kind of puts us off, you know, moving outside is because, mainly for me, because I walk. I don't drive. And if, God forbid, if I weren't too lazy, I would go and get a driver's license. I would learn to drive. I would get a car. I would get the finances to drive or take a bike. Because at least then it would make it easier and most probably would open up the doors a little bit to say, right, let's not see what we can find in this town. Let's see what we can find 10-20 minutes down the road or anything like that. But no, it's a weird one. And I gotta open the store. Well, I gotta get the flag anyway. Well, at least it's my Friday. My weekend, well, for my Saturday today, even though it's Sunday, is sleeping. I slept until, I think, after 12 today, which is nice for a change. I really needed it. And I did nothing. I played more Jedi Survivor. I just chilled, dozed off, fell asleep, and it's needed. Plus working at the store 9 hours a day by myself.
tiring. It really is. So I'm just happy that I can just relax. I know tomorrow that I'll be stopping by the store anyway for my flatmate because they want to pick up a couple of things, but also as well, gotta do some errands. I think my delivery from Mystery Shack should be coming in because I made orders. After the last episode of the Old House aired, I kind of went on the bandwagon and bought some merchandise, and I couldn't help myself. Owl House is just, très bien, it's brilliant, it is really nice. I just want to go to bed. I think I'm going to watch Carry On Dick, because just thinking about the Carry On films, and I thought, right, see if they got them, and they have, so I'm watching Carry On Dick, see how that's like, before I go to bed myself. 1974. Oh, 74, 84, 94, 2004, 50 years next year. Fuck. The classics are the best way to go. Yeah. One of the many little ditties that I like working in local businesses in the town is mainly helping other and supporting other local businesses, another small business. Which being said, one of the customers that come into my store is the owner and proprietor to a store that's just down the road from me here that is a cheese store. And I said I would pop in one day because I need to pick up some Red Dragon cheese. Fucking lush, delicious, I love it to bits. Went in there, he already had a wedge and stuff. Went to pay and he looked at me and he said, no, on me, it's on the house. And I feel so bad that basically I'm basically getting a wedge of cheese that size for basically nothing. But at the same time, I always make him a deal over at my store and stuff. I give him a little bit of something, he gives me something. So yeah, I just walked out of the store with free cheese. I mean, I have no fucking problem there. Sometimes with this job that I have, it can get to a point with me mentally that even though it is absolutely dead, I've only had maybe 3-4 customers since 9 o'clock this morning. And one of the things in which I kind of don't like is that 5 of the 7 days I am by myself. No backup, no other colleagues or anyone like that. It's just me here 5 days of the week, 9 hours every single day. And there are times, when the rest of my family, they'll get in the car and they go out shopping, and which is just down the road. Sometimes I think, oh, maybe they could pop in and say hi, see how I'm doing, give me a hug, just show a bit of comfort because I am just dead alone. And it's a scary thing when I'm sitting here by myself because it feels like when that doesn't happen, I get a little concerned because I feel like when you're working by yourself, no one really knows what's happening or sees how you're doing. And the problem with that is that it makes me kind of concerned for my brain to think what would happen to me if something happened in the workplace, like I get hurt or injured, if I have a fall, a tumble, or something bad happened. And in this situation like this, just dead, alone, and no one here, what the fuck then? And that kind of bums me out, that really does. And I hate when my mentality does that to my brain, especially on my Monday, where I just feel like, honestly, with the time now, it's what? Jesus Christ, it's only coming up to 4 now. That I feel like, no, I can't. It tires me mentally to a point where I just don't want to do anything anymore. And again, my brain kicks back into that spot when I think of what answers maybe being, oh, you need a vacation, you need some time away from work. But the problem is, I have nowhere else really to go because I am in this town. I don't drive. I have a bike,
but the next town is like at least an hour and a half away by cycling, and I don't want to do that. And I just feel as though I may need to consider looking at getting a driver's license, a car, or a bike, I don't know. But mainly just I need to figure something out, because right now I'm just going a little stir crazy in this town. And I don't like that. Although the fun thing is, I get a message from Chris asking me, oh, after work, because I forgot to pick it up from the store, could you pick up 1 or 2 things? And I'm like, yep, okay, I could do that. I'm just tired. And the thing is, we've got a D&D game tonight as well, and my brain is telling me, no, just curl up in bed and do nothing. But at the same time, we haven't had D&D in a long time, and I don't want to put off another D&D, because that would suck.
I like that. This is my Saturday. I got a call at 8 o'clock in the morning from my boss from work, in which then he voice messaged me and said, hey, this is just a friendly reminder. Don't jump ahead to closing the store and putting signs up on the door, for days in which shows that we have a holiday coming up. Because that's just a no-no. I was like, what are you talking about? And apparently he explained to me that from the big boss, he stated that I apparently called him yesterday as we were closing and said, hey, there's a holiday coming up on Monday. I'm going to close the store and put a sign up and everything. No, I didn't call him whatsoever, so I explained to him I didn't call him. I never call the big boss unless it's a dire situation. And second of all as well, I didn't know that there are any holidays coming up, so British guy, America, I still don't know your holiday calendar. And even if there was a holiday, I would ask ahead to say, hey, what are we doing for this particular day? Did you want to keep the store open or do you want to close it? And the thing is, they said that the holiday's on a Monday. There are no holidays on this Monday coming up. Next Monday is the first day of spring break and it's Memorial Day. So why the fuck would I consider closing the store on 2 days in which help benefit the business? So I just explained all that, and plus as well, I don't work Mondays. So whoever fucking thought, oh, I can get away with doing that, they're gonna be in a lot of fucking trouble. Plus as well, apparently this was up in the other store. 'Cause I don't put any signs up on my door at my store. No. Recently, we just had another package stolen from us from our apartment building. And I know a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, but Jamie, wait a minute, you have a PO box. Why are you having packages delivered there? Well, this was food. This was a service that we subscribe to, that we get a box of food delivered to our house every week. So it's like one of those pre-made cooking things that we put together. Now, the problem is that we can't have it delivered to the PO box because it is food for health and safety reasons. But at the same time, it's just terrible to see that it's come to a point now that people are stealing food from other people. It wouldn't have happened if delivery drivers would respectfully, in the nicest way possible, do their fucking job. I say this because it wasn't delivered to our apartment. It was actually delivered to outside the building itself. And by the time we noticed it, the package was already gone. So that's just like the third time that has happened. And I don't like that. I generally fucking hate when delivery drivers don't do the job. They half-ass it. And it's
just anyone in particular, FedEx, UPS, USPS, they just leave it at the front step and they think, oh, it's perfectly fine. But they should have been signed off to the person they're delivering it to. So that's a kick of that. But instead, they're just dropping it off at the front door of the apartment building, thinking that's a job done, and they fuck off. And it's like, no. Because we have had a lot of thefts, and it has been reported to the delivery companies about twice now that this has happened, please stop. Please actually get it done. They're like, oh yeah, we'll get it done. Which the next week or so, they do. But then after that, they don't. They just half-ass it. I've seen a lot of delivery people do that, where they just drop the package off, bottle up on the stairs, and they fuck off. And you think to yourself, well, wait a minute, hold on. What if there's people living up 2-3 flights of stairs of this building, who are elderly, who can't get down the stairs, who have problem going up and down the stairs? You're just going to leave it there and they're not going to know about it. That's disgraceful, that really is. So that's why I ended up putting a sign on the door that was, to say, respectfully, please don't leave packages here, please deliver them to their designated addresses. Now it's changed to, under no circumstances, don't fucking leave packages here. If you do and you don't comply to this message, we will report you to your superiors. So it's now to a point now where it's like, now we have to take away the carrot and get the stick just to beat them with it, to say, pack this shit in, because doing shit like this is why your delivery companies aren't being made fun of. That's why you see videos of people parodying it as different delivery drivers to say, oh, this is what Amazon does to delivery, UPS, and all this, that, and the other. If you want that shit to stop, then do the fucking job. Go the extra mile. But in the long run, I did say, from now on, just deliver it to my store. We know when it normally comes in, and we can just pick it up from the store if need be, if I'm not here on that day. But enough's enough for that. It is tiring. It really is. And it's all on my fucking Tuesday. Lovely. It's fun when you start the day off contacting your boss, the day before, telling him that the store's going to be open a little bit later than expected. As to why? Low on office supplies. And when I mean lows, I meant envelopes for the bank deposits and receipt paper. We were fresh out. So telling him that because all the other stores open at 9 o'clock and the office supply store that we get our supplies from opens at 9 and we open at 9, it's going to be a little bit of a hassle. So explained what my plan of action was, told him the store will be open a little bit later than I expected, so around about 9:45, latest 10 o'clock, and he's like, yeah, that's perfectly fine, just put a sign on the door, you should be good to go. So spent this morning 5 minutes at the store picking up all these supplies and got them for a decent price as well, which is nice. And I've got the receipt, so I can stick that in the books so I can get that reimbursed if need be. And now making my way to the office, hopefully get there within the next 15 minutes to open the store as expected around about 9:45, hopefully. But also as well, trying to see if I can beat FedEx there as well with the delivery for food for our house, because we had to change the address of when Chris's order of the weekly food comes to our house now to our store, because of the many thefts that we've been getting at our apartment building and the incompetence of delivery drivers who don't know how to actually deliver said packages correctly. So that's all fun Debbie dozy. Woo! It's a beautiful day. Oh God, it's a beautiful day when I'm working. Is over just quickly like that. So in honesty, while I quickly do an express installation on my graphics card, sitting down and thinking about it, the question remains now is, has doing this for the month made me want to continue doing these on a monthly basis? The answer is no. Quite honestly, I will say
it was interesting to do, but at the same time, quite frankly, I think that side of me of doing the vlogs like that is quite gone. It's diminished. I wouldn't say it's dead, but it has died. And it's something in which, honestly, I am okay with. Because back in the day, daily vlogging, after a while, it just got to a point with me where I was just tired and lacking the motivation to keep going. That's why nowadays I do the smaller videos either on my TikTok page, or if I want to do something as a big one, maybe 10 minutes or so, I will post it as a specials tab on here on YouTube. But quite honestly, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, this style of vlogging is not for me anymore. It really isn't. Maybe, like I said, entering special vlog entries into this channel is one thing, and even if on special occasions, certain occasions, you know, it's like the trip back to Wales, or, you know, going to different places just to see what's going on and visiting people, maybe I'll do those. But a long run like this, for me, it's not for me anymore, and I'm okay with that. I really am. It's been an experience. I commend people who do these on a monthly basis, especially, one more time, shout out Tomska for getting that drive and motivation. But in the long run, it's not for me. Those days of me as a vlogger are now kind of dwindled out. I'll still do TikTok and the small little ones here and there, but big scales like this for a month, especially a month, it's kind of gone. It's kind of dwindled, and it is what it is. But it was interesting, to say the least. But yeah, and that's where I'll bow out for the month. Big thank you for those who watched and watched up until this point. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget, you can always hit that like button. And yeah, thank you for seeing what I tolerate in within a month period, and hopefully you enjoyed. It's been nice doing this, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon. Take it easy, guys. Bye.